what do you see coming in 2026?
What do I see coming in 2026, Will? Well, I'll give you one thought from the consumer's or user's perspective, one from the marketer's perspective, and one from the technology's perspective. So, we're good marketers, so I always start consumer back, outside in. And I really think that 2026 becomes the year when mobile AI becomes an indispensable shopping companion for consumers. We've seen it sort of like nano banana, like a party trick, kind of take off with consumers. But I really think that, once you see your friends or your neighbors or your colleagues actually have the mobile Gemini or mobile Chat GPT on their phone in the store and you can talk to it with live camera mode, it's like transformational. And I expect that we're going to finally see Apple, not just Android, have some native onboard capability to do that. And then that sort of changes everything when everyone goes to the store with their live camera talking to their phones all day long. So I think that's the consumer change that we're going to see. I think from marketers' perspective, I think we stop talking about just AI automation and start talking about AI elevation, right? Not just using it to make more stuff, but to use it to make better stuff. And
Please.
so I think we move from tonnage to curation. I think it's the year where marketers have AI on board that has taste, right, and discrimination. And we are about at that point from the technology standpoint. And then thinking of the technology, Will, I think, we start to have some serious conversations about power, not just sort of parameters or context windows or these kinds of things. But we're at the point now where training one of these models now costs $1 billion and uses a gigawatt of power. Well, the entire city of Cincinnati in the U.S. uses a gigawatt of power for everyone in the city for a year. We don't have an excess gigawatt of power in this country, or in most European countries to be able to do this. I mean, they can raise the money to get the $1 billion, but power becomes the limiter in order to do this. And so, I really think that, we've been maybe short-sighted as an industry talking about money and training data as the limiter to the next gen of these models, but I think we're all going to become sensitized to power. So I think live mobile shopping experiences in store, talking to your phone with a live camera from the consumer standpoint, Will, I think it's elevation, not just automation. It's taste and curation, not just generation of more stuff from marketers. And we come to grips with power as a limiter for scaling these future models.